welcome back to the Autumn Acorn Knits. This is episode 33 and my name is Judy. I'm coming to you today from the barn where I dye naturally dyed yarns, and behind me is all of my yarns ready for the Squam Art Fair, which will be this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. till 10 p.m. in Holderness, New Hampshire at the Rocky Walled Deep Haven Camps at Squam Lake. There will be all kinds of yarny vendors there. There are bag makers and stitch marker makers and yarn dyers, yarn spinners, commercial yarn brands. They have beautiful journals, just the most amazing different types of artwork, lots of pottery, and it's a really beautiful event. So I will be there with my yarns and my hubby, and I hope to see you there. So it's only been a week since the last podcast, so I'm doing really well. I never intended to podcast again so early, but I think I said that last time too, and here I am. I'm drinking coffee today out of this beautiful piece of pottery that I don't know. It has some initials on the bottom, but I don't know where I got it. I don't remember, and that's really sad, but I'm going to try to remember because it's so beautiful. Once again, when I'm stressed, I can't remember anything. Like, my mind literally just stops working. So I have been not as stressed as I was when I was doing the spring Squam Art Fair. That was crazy stress. This is, I know what to expect, and I'm going to fix any of the problems that I had then. Like, for example, someone had suggested that I label every mini, and I didn't for the first festival because there were so many of them and I was overwhelmed and I just didn't have time. But this time, I took the time. I don't have that many minis left, so that helped. Here they are. But I took the time to label each mini with this little tag that tells you what kind of yarn it is, how much is there, and on the back I have my business name and the name of the mini. So as I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I'm not naming my yarns anymore, but some of my old yarns still have names. So yeah, so that's fun. I think that's an improvement. I also bought brown paper shopping bags and I put my label on those, so that's an improvement. I wasn't prepared with paper bags last time. I had plastic bags, which just wasn't a smart move, but it was better than nothing at all. What else? I've labeled every single bin this time, and I just put a little leaf cutout so that every single bin is labeled with the type of yarn and the weight. And then if they want more information, can just pick it up, and there is a sticker on most of these with all of the details and the name and etc. So that feels really good. I made some more beeswax candles. It's not easy to see these, but I found these little cups. Can you see that? At a thrift store. And I thought that would make the perfect candle. So I made two. And then my daughter had these candle holders and she was getting rid of them. And I said, ooh, they would be really nice for my display and for podcasting. So she said, please take them. Let's see. Oh, I got the coolest email the other day. I was in Connecticut. I spent a week down there, and I received an email from someone named Tammy. Hi Tammy, if you watch. I know you watch because that's how you knew that I got the new spinning wheel. So she reached out and said, congrats on the new wheel, and we would love to have you join the New Hampshire Spinners and Dyers Guild. And I'm like, what? I didn't know this existed. Perfect, right? Spinners and dyers. So yeah, so I joined yesterday, so probably tomorrow it'll be official because I had to mail a check-in. And then the best part is the president of the guild will come to my house and teach me how to spin. How cool is that? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? Yes, yes, I would love that. I would love that. So I'm so excited for all of that to happen. So I haven't had time since I podcast last. Like I said, I was in Connecticut for a week, spending time with my daughter, my son-in-law, and my grandbaby, Charlie, who I celebrated her birthday with. She will be 2 soon. She will be turning 2 very soon. But since I already needed to be down there to watch her, we couldn't go back down again, you know, several days later to celebrate. So we just celebrated with her. I celebrated with her. And so yes, that was so much fun. We did a lot of things together. And, but what was I telling you? Oh, so yeah, so I joined the guild. I haven't had time to spin or even to practice at all, and I can't wait to, but again, it's been like crazy busy getting ready for Squam. Also, I've been getting ready for a huge surprise party for Joe. He will be turning 50 this month, so on September 21st, I have invited 30 friends and family here to the cabin for a Western style barbecue. So yeah, it's stressful. I don't do well with party planning and organization. It's not my thing. I'm just not good at it. Some people, it's not my strength. But I've gotten some advice from some people and I'm trying to just pull it together. But just not sure if, you know, it's hard. It's hard to coordinate that kind of thing, especially when you're dealing with multiple states, people coming in from multiple states, etc. But anyway, I was sitting in my room with Joe. We were in our bedroom the other night, and he was texting back and forth to a friend, and all of a sudden he goes, "Uh-oh, I think Dimitri just told me something he wasn't supposed to." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, he said he can't wait for my birthday party on the 21st. So I know me and I can't lie. Like if I try, it's gonna be all over my face. So I just said, "Yep, you got me." I was trying to keep it a surprise. Yeah, thanks Dimitri. Love you, hon. He forgot, obviously he forgot. And you know what? Part of me was almost like, okay, this is a relief because now he can help me with some of the big stuff. Like I need to order a tent and, you know, chairs and just some of the bigger tasks that I'll need his help with. So yeah, Joe knows about the surprise party. Couldn't keep it a secret. I tried. I'm not mad. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Anyway, there's still a big part of it that's going to be a surprise, and I'm not even going to tell you just in case Joe watches this part. So yeah, there's still a surprise coming. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Anyway, that's had me super busy too. So much going on, but I'm really excited about the guild. Connecticut trip was amazing, and I told you all about Squam and Joe's birthday. I have a winner for the sweet little pouch that Angela from Felici Fibers got in Peru, and it included a cute little pin from Fancy Tiger Crafts, and a mini, and a vegan mini. So you could, those are the 3 things that somebody won. So let's start with Knit Crate, and I'm going to be really quick. You guys know I love Knit Crate. It's a monthly yarn subscription box that comes to my mailbox. This is what it looks like. There's the logo. I'm sure you've heard of it. They are an awesome company. They're based out of Florida. I don't remember what month this is. I'm going to probably be going out of order, but they send really beautiful yarns, and they've recently started sending notions with it. So this particular box had a beautiful, I took it out and I have it in my other basket. But this is the color, such a pretty color. And these yarns they give you are all like luxurious. This one is merino, baby alpaca, and organic cotton. Like they're just the softest, squishiest, loveliest things. And they always come with a booklet, a pretty good size one of their patterns. I think now they're giving you 3 or 4 patterns. This was June, by the way, it says it right here, so that's how I know. Anyway, it came with this sweetest little tape measure in peach with a little house on it. Maybe some of you have seen it on Instagram, on my Instagram. But love that, and I've been using that a lot. So that's 1 month, June. And does it say? It should say right here on August. So that one, we'll just wait a second. That makes more sense to do. July next. They also give you the sweetest tissue paper. It's just so fun because you never know. Although you can now choose a color palette, you never. I didn't. I like to be surprised, so you never know what you're gonna get. But this was a gorgeous skein. I love this. The pinks, the orange, the yellow. It's just so summery and fun. And they sent Progress Keeper, stitch marker, I guess is what it is. And some buttons. And again, a pattern booklet. This one is extra, extra thick. Very thick. Beautiful yarn. This was superwash merino, nylon, and cashmere. Always a little luxury. Not always, but almost always. They add a little extra luxury. And then August. Here's the booklet for August. You know what? Actually, I was wrong. The buttons came with that. This came with this yarn because as soon as I saw the color I knew. Look how gorgeous this is. Wow, right? It's so pretty. There's so many colors in there. There is this really pretty pinky orange color and then a deep royal blue and then a really pretty like lilac color. And then another medium blue, and I'm sure I'm missing another color, like there's another purple in there. It just goes on and on forever. It's so beautiful. I cannot wait to knit with this. This one is just superwash merino, and the colorway is kestrel, so I can't wait. It's so fun. And then they gave us some stickers too, just because they're awesome. But yeah, all of that for $24.99 a month, free shipping. It's incredible. You are not going to get a better deal than that. Delivered to your door, like ever. So if you are interested, all the information of how you can sign up is in the show notes, and I even include a coupon code, Autumn20, so you can get 20% off your first box. So yeah, that's even better, right? Even better. Let's move on to flower pounding. So if you follow me on Instagram, and I hope you do, because I post every single day. And I post to Instagram TV sometimes too. And on Instagram TV, I posted a video of my tablecloth, which I have my elbows on it right now because I'm using it. I did flower pounding. So I just took petals from plants that were ready to, getting ready to fall off, the heads of flowers that were getting older, ferns, some leaves that had fallen, some fall leaves, and put them between two pieces of fabric. In my case, I just used a bed sheet because I was just practicing. I wasn't sure how I'd like it. So I just used a white bed sheet. And take a mallet, so a hard surface, preferably a flat surface. I used Joe's anvil. He has I don't know how to describe it, but it was flat. And you just pound away, and you will make the most beautiful designs. So you can see the flower shape on some of them. The fern came out really well. The leaves, you could see the outline really well. And then, now this is what I did. I don't recommend this. I recommend, well, let me tell you what I did, then I'll tell you what you probably should do. So I then, after pounding, I washed the sheet. Well, I let it set first, but then I let it sit overnight. I washed the sheet in mordant. Then I put it in a tea bath because I wasn't happy with the white. I wanted it to be a lot more, just an off-white tea stained. Maybe you could see a little bit of it here. You can see the fern. Be a yellow flower there. Another fern here. It's kind of hard to show you everything. But anyway, I then, after the tea bath, I took it out. I think I let it set overnight in the tea bath. And I heated it too. Then I hung it outside on the line to dry overnight. And when I hung it up to dry is what you'll see in the video. And I'll try to put a clip here as well. And you can still see lots of purples and pinks, and then the oranges and yellows and greens. But the next morning when I went out to check on it, because it was dry, most of the pinks and purples had faded to nothing really. The oranges stayed, the greens stayed, the yellows stayed, but a lot of the purples and pinks either went away completely or turned into a dark kind of charcoal gray with a purple hue to it. So then I ironed it. So there were a lot of steps, but I'm going to recommend that if you do this after you pound them, then iron, then you can do any of the other steps you want to secure it and keep it. I turned mine into a tablecloth, so then I sewed all around the edges with the machine yesterday. and I turned it into, and like I said, I ironed it, but I turned it into a tablecloth that I won't eat on it. So if I use it, like I'm going to use it for the venues or things like that, and then if I use it inside, we will remove it each time we eat, because I don't want to stain it. I don't want to have to wash it and risk losing any more, although I don't think it would fade a lot. But I'm so happy with it, and I hope you'll try it and let me know if you do. Oh, just in case you're wondering, I'm wearing my Painted Windows shawl by Casa Pinka. It's perfectly chilly enough for that. So, loving this weather lately. It just feels like it took a turn for fall. We've been having these days in the 60s and nights in the 40s, which is absolutely perfect. So, all right. So let's move on to these sample knits. This first pair came in from my friend Hope, and Hope knit a pair of vanilla socks in my Autumn Acorn yarn called Calla Lily. So if you've ever wondered what Calla Lily will look like knit up, here it is. And I think it's so lovely. I really like the pattern it makes. It's pretty cool. Kind of weird stripey. Yeah, and then different stripes here. Just so neat. But yeah, thank you so much. Hope you did a beautiful job on these. These are going to look wonderful on display. And also, let me see. Oh, these, boy, these are right up my alley as far as what colors I love and what fits into my wardrobe the best. This pair definitely has my heart. And these were knit by my friend Marie. And look at that. I don't know if you can make out that these are a pale yellow with madder root just sprinkled all throughout. There are little orange specks just all throughout the sock, which I adore. And then this heel, the heel was, I can't get it out, was called Speckled Fox, and I think I have just one more left of that. This was called, oh, let me see, do I still have that? I do have some of the yarn left over that she sent back. Here it is, and it's just has the slightest madder root speckles throughout. I think it was called Matterful, and there is the Speckled Fox, which also has lots of speckles, so there was a theme. So thank you so much, Marie. It means a lot to me that you were kind enough to knit these socks. I do appreciate it. That finishes up the 8 sample knitters. Keep doing that. Sample knits that I needed this time around, and then I hope to do another round. I have 2 friends that volunteered to knit shawls, so that will give me a total of 3, so that's exciting. I'm also thinking about, I'm going to throw this out there, sample sweater knits, if anybody's interested in that. So if you're not sure how it works, I provide the yarn, you knit the sample, I pay to have the yarn shipped to you, you pay to have any remaining yarn and the sample shipped to me, and then in return I offer you 2 skeins of yarn of your choice. So for the socks it was just 1 skein. Obviously socks don't take as long as a shawl or a sweater might, so yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. I wanted to remind everyone that I do have 2 free patterns. I have more than 2, but 2 newer patterns that are free and available. I should have brought them to show you, but I'll try to insert a picture here. One of them is the Charlie dress, which right now is only available in kids sizes. I think it's 3 months to, it might even be 10 years. That is available on my website, theautumnacorn.com. You can also find it on my Ravelry shop, the Autumn Acorn. The Star Stitch Slippers is a crochet pattern that is also available on my website and on, I think, on Ravelry. I'm going to have to check. Definitely it's on my website, and I think it's on Ravelry as well. So. Oh, I just heard the birds and it reminded me I was in here earlier setting up the yarn display and I heard a loud thud on the window and I had a feeling it might have been a bird, so I went out and sure enough, rather small bird, I wouldn't call it a baby, but a young bird flew into the window and then just kind of landed on the ground and was sitting up and looking around, and I kind of talked to it and I said, "Hey little guy, why don't you go fly away?" And he didn't, so I kept checking. I'd say 10 minutes. I made sure the cat was in the house. Meryl wasn't anywhere around. And then after about 10 minutes when I went out to check again, it was gone. So I'm like, yay! I was really hoping the little guy was gonna make it, because otherwise I would have had Joe help me kind of move it into the woods so that I wouldn't have to see, any of the bad results, but it all turned out good. All right, so for during the last podcast and the one before, we had a giveaway going on for an adorable little, I would say it could be a notions pouch, maybe it could fit a sock project, and it's a bag that Angela from Felici Fibers picked up while she was in Peru and kindly donated to the podcast. And there's also a pin in there and a mini skein. And there were 34 entries. I didn't take the time to look and see if each entry said I shared the podcast, or just basically if they're saying I entered. I didn't want to be that petty and picky. So what I ended up doing was I just went through the list and picked, I'm distracted because the door is open, I'm sorry. I went through the list, counted the number, put them in random number generator, and just hit select. And it picked, winner was number 4, which was really cool, Tanya of Natural Earth Farm. I thought that was really cool because Tanya doesn't live, well, too far from me. I say that, relatively speaking. It's probably maybe 45 minutes to an hour. But she lives really close to my sister Val. So congratulations, Tanya. I was so happy when your name came up. Please get in touch with me and I will send you over your little prize package. I also did want to show you, because I showed you last time I was working on little twigs, this pattern that I got from Melody Hoffman. There's a picture of the yoke of this sweater. It's so pretty. And I had, I think I had just started the sleeves last time. I don't know. Maybe I had done more than just started. But anyway, I finished one sleeve. I'm so happy with the material. The fabric this is making is ultra soft. And the color is making me so happy. I think it's going to match a lot of things. And then I was able to get the second sleeve, pretty good headway on that. But you can see how much more I have to go. Yep. And then I will get onto the body of the sweater. I really like how this pattern started with the sleeves, because I'm one of those weird people who like sleeves. I love the mindlessness of sleeves. But I think for those of you who don't love sleeves, it's really cool to get it out of the way too. And since the pattern said start with sleeves, who am I to argue with Melody? I also, for those of you waiting on test knits, I did get the Arboraceous hat out yesterday, and then I did get, I would say, half of No Place Like Home, the little cardigan that I showed you that I gifted to Charlie, and I'll stick a picture here so you could see it on her. She looked really cute in it. But I found out it's definitely a size 2, not a 2-3, because it was a bit, I could have gone bigger. Also, what was I going to say? So yeah, and so here is the second version that I've just started. This will be hopefully bigger. Trying to think if I used a thicker yarn. This is a yarn. These are two of my hand-dyed yarns. This one was dyed with wildflowers, very muted color, but very natural looking. And this is a sport weight. This one I want to say was, this is the a lighter version of the hibiscus tea, but they look really pretty together. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm gonna try, I feel like I need to do this second version just because I'm gonna take way better notes than I did for the first one. When I went to type up the pattern for my testers, I just was like, oh, I could have done such a better job writing notes. I always think I am, and then there's scribble scrabble and there's not enough detail. So now I have to redo my own sample. Lesson learned. Also, I've been making some sweet little washcloths, face cloths. These were made out of cotton. I just added, I like to hang things to dry in the bathroom, so I added some little string. This was just some, I don't even know what this was called. The kind, it's just the kind you can get at Joann's or one of those commercial places, but I made 1, 2 in that cream color. Then I made 2 in this gorgeous organic. It almost feels like a linen. It's like a taupe color. I love these. I made 3, but I kept 1. One's in our bathroom. These were made out of something called, is this one summer tweed? Yeah, this is cotton and silk. So I made some smaller ones. Have to weave in the ends. And then I made some really little tiny ones. Perfect for your eye makeup. I love using these with that water. What's it called? Micellar? I don't know. Some new thing. It's supposed to be pretty good for you. No dangerous chemicals or anything. I use that to take off my makeup. I also, Young Living does make some beautiful rose-scented makeup remover wipes that I use too, but those are really special, so I don't want to use those every day. Is that it? I think that's it, guys. So yeah, I dyed up a few new skeins of what's my new favorite base. These are so pretty too, and these were with logwood and indigo as well. They started out with indigo. The entire thing was a very, very pale indigo, and then I overdyed with the logwood, and it just came out gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. And like I said, this is becoming my new favorite base. These 100% wool, no plastic, no superwash, just pure from the sheep goodness. What else can I say? Oh, and then the 50-gram skeins are super fun for, like I said, mixing and matching. There are a couple of these even more saturated skeins as well. I love. So yeah, whatever is left after the art fair, I will list. Hopefully I'll get that done by Monday, by next Monday. And then I will, yeah, we'll have the shop update And sorry, I'm losing my losing it. And then we'll get all caught up. So yeah, it was super nice chatting with you today. I hope to chat with you again really soon. And I hope you have a really good day. And I hope you get to knit a lot and crochet or do whatever brings you joy. Bye everyone.